There's a handful of things that I want to get done today, but before I start anything, I really want to get this RX-7 back on the road. And not that I can't drive it right now, but the V-band to the downpipe off the back of the turbo was a little bit crooked yesterday, and when I started it up, it just started smoking out of it, and that is no way to leave your car. So today I'm dissecting it and redoing it, but of course, if you know anything about V-bands, it has to be literally perfect to get it to work. So we are gonna have to take a couple steps backwards to fix the real issue. So in order to drive this weekend, one of the main things that I'm trying to find right now is where we're having a power steering leak on this car. I've literally been chasing power steering problems on this car since day one, and there's no reason for this to be leaking. We haven't really driven it since we've got it back from Dan's. The first thing we checked was these two AAM lines, and we didn't find anything on there. But it's weird because as it sits overnight, like the whole thing slowly comes covered in power steering. Calvin found a good spot, and I didn't think of it. In the back, on the back of the rack, there's two lines that involve power steering, and I'm gonna try to get back there and see if we can tighten anything. I'm looking for power steering on my hands or trying to feel for anything as I'm touching back here.
The only way is to get the pump going and then it'll start leaking.
But it's a pretty slow leak, and that's our issue. That we have to stand here for a long time to find it.
And with the car on and our neighbors.
I'm just gonna try and do a once over and tighten everything, and then we'll turn the car on, try to cycle some fluid and see if we find anything. I'm gonna interrupt today's video to say thank you to our sponsor, SeatGeek. If you don't know what SeatGeek is, it's an app on your phone that allows you to buy tickets for events, concerts, music festivals, pretty much anything that you would need to buy a ticket for. There's tons of options on the apps that you can choose from. If you were interested in going to a football game, you would simply click the football game you'd want to choose, pick what day you'd want to go, and then it brings up a seating map that has a bunch of different options from expensive, closest to the field, to the cheapest, and the amount of ticket options there are in that specific area. There's no reason why you shouldn't be using SeatGeek to purchase tickets, especially if it's last minute, and if you use the code TJ, it will save you 20 bucks off of your first ticket purchase on the app. Go ahead and check it out, links will be down below, and thank you so much for SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. As we wait for that power steering to find its way to leak again, I'm gonna go ahead and put in one of these new shift knobs. Now these shift knobs won't be available till December 1st, as well as a handful of other things, which if you guys haven't started to notice yet, if you're keeping your eyes peeled, you're gonna see a lot of the new stuff that's gonna be coming out in about 3 weeks or so. So we're gonna be putting in the red coating that we have. Now this is a very similar finish to the color that we have on the Z. That's kind of where it got inspired from. Now these shift knobs are a little bit different than the first one we did. So first ones, we're gonna call those version 1s. These are version 2s. So version 2s, we did all glossy finishes, no texture finishes at all. And we had a problem with the version 1 shift knobs of where, depending on what climates you were in, the etching on the ball would have some rust develop over time, which you could fix yourself if you just kind of cleaned it out with some steel wool and then shot it with some clear. But these ones, we did a second coat of clear on top of them, so you will have no rusting issues, and we have a newer logo on there, which is a little bit more appropriate and a little bit larger in my opinion. These won't be available till December 1st, but I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to throw the new knob in here because it matches the car, and we got a nice black, gray, and red theme going on. It's literally perfect. So I've tightened everything and it's no longer leaking, I think. I want to put the car down and turn it on and kind of cycle the rack a little bit and see if we get any leaking, but fingers crossed we don't, so we'll be ready to drive this weekend. Behind camera, Calvin's been trying to do some 240 stuff that we didn't want to go ahead and bore you guys with because it's not interesting.
It's not it. But I keep getting shit for not working on my 240. Well, you don't get to see it.
I'm getting this warmed up right now, and we're gonna go down to the cul-de-sac and meet up with Mickey because he's taking some photos of his RX-7, and my 350 and Mickey's RX-7 are the same color, so we want to go have them right next to each other. Dustin's showing me something inappropriate, and I'm not gonna put it on the vlog. Oh, look at that knob, Dust.
my car doesn't work still.
Really?
Yeah, my brakes.
So Mick,
What do you want?
gotta be honest. I was just the big inspiration on that RX-7, wasn't I?
Yeah, if it weren't for you, it never would have got done.
Yep. Look at that.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
I don't even think I've shown you guys Mickey's RX-7 yet, but it came out really good. We like have this theory that our colors are a little bit different, but Mick, seeing them in the sunlight together, they look the same. We thought that mine was a little bit more orange, that Mickey's was more burgundy. Seeing them in the light, they're pretty much the same car.
And it's funny, when we had these wheels on the RX-7, I honestly like hated them, and I kind of still do hate them, but like they look considerably better on Mickey's car than they ever did on my car.
Sicko.
Impromptu photo shoot over, baby. We out of here.
You have to be. Oh, you.
We racing pinks, slow boy?
Sure, let's go.
Ah!
3 pound of boost life.
This is not gorilla.
I got a couple hundred more miles to go, and then we'll race.
Did someone dent your car?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. There's something right there.
Yeah.
I would get it looked at.
Okay.
You know what? Whenever I get my car ready, you know what the horn's gonna do? I bet you know. What's it gonna do?
Not.
I know it. You got water everywhere! Why would you do that? What do you expect? Damn it!
I have the last missing piece to this interior right here. This little square right there. It's a big moment, boys. It's a big moment.
OEM from the Mazda. Just gotta make sure we don't put this in backwards. Here we go. I need 2 hands for this.
Last part. Boy. I mean, boy.
Why you gotta out me like that?
We just had a pretty good dinner at Evan's house. I'm wrapping things up for today's video and I'm gonna start editing it before jumping on the computer. I'm playing just a little bit of Call of Duty. The Z is ready for this weekend, so I think we're gonna send it and try and make it out. I'm really looking forward to that. I really miss driving that car. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out and keep moving forward.